I have a rule that I can't risk more than 3% in a day. So if I am winning, then I increase my risk a little bit, and if I am losing, I decrease my risk. I only trade three instruments: gold, Euro USD, and USD JPY. Whenever I open a position, I put an SL of 1%, 1.5%, as I told you before. My emotions are not there when I am closing the position. First 2 hours of Asia, I am done. Book by Mark Douglas, Best Losers Win. I just love that book. My emotions are not in the market. I always put stop loss and target in the market, so I don't need to be panic. I don't need to be fearful or greedy. My system is already in place. You can do it slow and steadily and can still make easy good money. Basically, I was just start using the Profum in March, and here I am making $1,200, which I used to make in 2 to 3 months. The main thing in the market and with Profum also is about risk management and your psychology. If you don't mess up with your psychology and mess up with your risk management, I believe that every strategy can be profitable if you use it with good risk management system. Your rules are so simple, and you guys provide the best spreads and best execution in MT5. So I mean, my experience with ThinkCapital is actually very good. For me, Profum changed my life, and I know I will be doing more and more good in Profum space.
Hi, can you hear
Hi
me okay?
Claudia,
How are you?
I'm good.
So do you want to begin by giving us a background on yourself? Describe how you found trading and when you found it.
Yeah, sure. First of all, myself Yusuf. I am from India, and I was trading since last 4 to 5 years. And only last year I was profitable. I was using my personal capital, like $1,000, using some personal brokers like XNX and OctaFX, and I was break even till last year and profitable, and just turned profitable in January or February, and but only able to make 20 to 30% on a $1,000 capital, which is just $200 or $200. And the thing is, I was rushing on my capital because the capital is too small and want to make too much money, so I lose my all my gains. So someone introduced me to Profum space. What Profum is? First of all, I thought it's a scam. How can someone provide a huge capital, 25,000, 50,000, and 100,000 capital like that in just $400 and $500? But I tried it with small accounts, then gradually moved up, and now I am funded with ThinkCapital and just withdraw $1,200 in just 2 payouts.
Amazing. I love that. And how much funding are you working with now?
I am 25,000 funded with ThinkCapital and 25,000 funding with some other profs.
Amazing. Do you find it a lot easier to trade with prop firms rather than personal capital?
Yeah, because the capital is too big, na. I have $50,000 and just need to make 2 to 3% monthly to able to sustain my living. And I'm not rushing anything. I always take slow and steadily. So that's the thing. Yeah, even if I make 2 to 3% in a month, that it's better is better to make 2 to 3% profit than 20 to 30% chasing in personal capital. It's a waste of time actually, and a risk is there obviously.
Yeah, 100%. So speaking of risk, what is your risk management strategy now? How much would you risk per position?
The thing is, it's not same in all positions. I have a rule that I can't risk more than 3% in a day. So if I am winning, then I increase my risk a little bit, and if I'm losing, I decrease my risk. So the thing is, I only risk 1 to 1.5% per trade, and if I'm winning, I increase it to only 2%, not more than that. And if I'm losing, I reduce my risk to 1% or a 0.9%, and I can't go below 0.9%, and I can't go above 2%. So that's my risk management.
Amazing. It's a lot easier to manage your risk when you're working with prop firms in comparison to small personal accounts.
Yeah, because I already told you, I am emphasizing more enough about capital account size, because for me, I was chasing 30%, 20% gain, risking 2 to 5% per trade, which if I lose 2 to 3%, 2 to 3 trades continuously, it's my 15-20% capital wiped out. Now I have to make that again, then I have to make more 20 to 30% to sustain my living. And here, just risking 1%, making 1 to 2% in a month only. I'm not talking about a trade. In a month only, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. That's great advice to take it slower. So, how would you explain your trading strategy to people who are new to trading?
Okay, I only trade three instrument: gold, Euro USD, and USD JPY. And I trade gold in the Asian session, only first 2 hours of Asian sessions from in India from 5:30 to 7:30. And I only trade Euro USD and USD JPY in London session. That's from 12:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm done for the day. Only two timings for me to trade.
So you split up your pairs into different sessions then. That's really nice. Organized. Amazing. So what tools do you use in your day-to-day trading? What platforms do you trade on?
I trade on MT5 and only ThinkCapital I'm using right now, and I'm using TradingView to see my charts. And the indicator I'm using is a session indicator first of all, because I have to look what's my and when the session is starting in India and when the session London session is starting in India. And the second tool I use is a SMT indicator by Lex Algo, which is very nice actually. It shows where the good resistance and good supports are. These are the only indicator I'm using.
Amazing. And do you use that same strategy on all the pairs that you trade?
Yes, I do use, but my strategy is actually based on support and resistance. So I don't think much of break of structure and turtle scoop. I don't know, but the simple support and resistance in gold and Euro USD works very well actually for me.
Amazing. Good. And have you tried the ThinkTrader platform?
Actually, I was using personal broker na, so I was using only MT5. So right now I'm using only MT5 from ThinkCapital also. But in future I may try. But right now I'm more comfortable with MT5.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And do you mostly trade from your phone or desktop, like your laptop?
I see my charts from my laptop and I trade on my phone.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you've spoke about your risk management and how it's improved since you've been using prop firm capital in comparison to private capital. What's your exit strategy? So how do you know when to close a position? Do you have, say, a set risk to reward, or do you use market structure?
So it's only depend on days also. So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I see a pattern that a gold gives good moves on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So what I do on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, my strategy works really well on these days. So what I do, I close my 50% positions on 1:1, and then I trail my SL to break even, and just I will wait for 1:2, 1:3 to happen. Then I will exit on 1:3, maybe max 1:3 is good enough.
And how do you handle your emotions when a trade doesn't go to 1-2 or 1-3, but it turns around? Those annoying moments when price just doesn't want to cooperate. How do you handle
First
your
of all,
emotions?
I always use a stop loss, so I don't think to close my position. Whenever I open a position, I put an SL of 1%, 1.5%, as I told you before. So my emotions are not there when I'm closing the position. I always got stopped out if market is against me, and I move my SL. I told you in winning positions and set my target to 1:2, 1:2.5 or 3. So I always got stopped out by market only. I don't use my emotions, or it's not in my hand to get exit from the market. It's always in the system already placed there.
Yeah, that's really good advice, is to remove emotion by using a stop loss and knowing exactly how much risk is on the table.
And for me also,
that definitely takes away a lot of fear.
I was saying for me also, I just told you that I was chasing 20 to 30% in a month. So for me now making 2 to 3% looks very smooth, looks very good actually. So if I lose 2 to 3 trades in a row, I don't feel fearful or feel greedy. I just know I can make it back because my strategy works really well on gold, and I use strict risk management system. So I think I'm doing good in the market with ThinkCapital because my account size is $25,000 and is good enough to make 1 to 2%.
Yeah, I love that. That's really good advice. So what does your daily trading routine look like? So I know you trade different pairs on different sessions. Do you perhaps keep a trading journal, or do you review your trading plan? Do you have any kind of systems in place to help you get the results that you want from the charts?
I always look for support and basic support and resistance in the market. and I was just using first 2 hours of Asia, first 2 hours of London. I'm not going to any college. I was trying to do trading full time. So from I just woke up 5 a.m. in the morning and be prepared in 30 minutes. Be prepared for the session. I don't take trades at 5:30 a.m. Exactly. So I have time to be prepared for the market, and I look for the previous day moves, the previous day break of structure, previous day low, previous day high, previous day support and resistance. So I mark my own support and resistance also. First 2 hours of Asia, I am done. Then I go to gym. Then I eat my breakfast and be ready for the Asian session that from 12:30 to 2:30. And when I am done with it, and that all day I was just improving my knowledge, back testing charts, and reading books, hitting the gym again maybe, and just enjoy the life.
Amazing. I love that. That's a really good discipline and good routine. So what book, you've mentioned books there, books would you recommend to traders who are struggling right now?
First of all, the good books are Trading in the Zone and Super Trader.
Yeah, definitely.
And a book by Mark Douglas, Best Losers Win. I
Yeah.
just love that book.
So do you keep track of your trades? Do you journal them? Like, do you track your buys and sells, your emotions, anything like that?
I will be very honest. I try to journal, but I keep failing it. Yeah, I keep failing it. I journal at the end of the day. First of all, I don't journal it between trades, because I already told you my emotions are not in the market. I always put stop loss and target in the market, so I don't need to be panic. I don't need to be fearful or greedy. My system is already in place. The market has to do what it has to do. So at the end of the day, I mark if I done any mistake, if I increase my risk, if I lower my risk, and if I exceed my daily loss, if I exceed my uh, uh, daily target, and I chase the market. I wrote all it down. But yeah, I only general, let's say 4 day in out of 5 days in the week.
Yeah, it's interesting how different things work for different people. So for you, it's gym and also making sure you have some time in the morning to kind of gather your thoughts before you place a trade.
And
so,
enjoy the life.
yeah,
As a trader, we don't enjoy the life. We always
we
on the
become too
hook.
obsessed.
Yes. Don't overtrade. You don't have to overtrade if you are trading with prop firms, because you can do it slow and steadily and can still make easy good money. Basically, I was just start using the prop firm in March, and here I am making $1,200, which I used to make in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. And also, you're taking breaks in between sessions too. So I think that really helps. Is that you're not trading, hours in a row. You're trading one session, taking a break, trading another session. So I think that's really good advice. So the strategy that you've explained that you're using now, is that the same strategy you started trading with, or has it changed over time?
Oh man, it changed drastically. In the start, my charts were full of indicators. I was using RSI, I was using MACD, and this and this and this. I was following someone else, and he told me about ICT. I was following something else. He told me about liquidity sweep or time-based liquidity. I have tried everything in the market. That's why I told you it took me almost 3 years to be profitable. But now I know the more simpler your chart look, the more your trading will be easier. So I only use basic support and resistance. The main thing in the market and with Profirm also is about risk management and your psychology. If you don't mess up with your psychology and mess up with your risk management, I believe that every strategy can be profitable if you use it with good risk management system.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same journey that a lot of people take, is they use a lot of indicators, they overcomplicate it, and then they realize it doesn't have to be that complicated. It can be quite simple. Just use the stop loss and keep your emotions in check. It's easier said than done though. So how has your experience been with ThinkCapital so far?
I know I'm saying it, but don't think it's a promotion. But I have used many prop firms now. I have talked to many staff, but ThinkCapital staff is so fast. Actually, they provide answer. They give straight answer. I was asking one of your guys I am not able to withdraw payout today. My payout date is today, and I just want to withdraw my payout tomorrow. So if I am able to do it or not, he just give me a full FAQ and this in a second only. And he told me, yes, you can withdraw your payout and then your cycle will be reset in the next 14 days. I mean, your staff is so well fast and so well experienced. Then I just love it. You have no such rules like the 60% SL rule and margin rule. You have very straight rules: 4% drawdown, daily drawdown, or 8% max drawdown, and unused trading in funded accounts only, not in challenge phase. I mean, your rules are so simple, and you guys provide the best spreads and best execution in MT5. So I mean, my experience with ThinkCapital is actually very good.
Amazing, I love that. And have you taken advantage of any of the psychology sessions or any of the live sessions that happen in the Discord? Are you a part of the ThinkCapital Discord?
Yes, I am part of it, but I haven't taken any psychology sessions.
They're really valuable. We bring in guest speakers most Fridays on trading education, mindset, stuff like that, Q&A. So yeah, that's all the questions I have for you. If there's anything else you would like to add.
No, I just want to say that for me, Profom changed my life, and I know I will be doing more and more good in Profom space, more interview in the future. And because I will withdraw more payouts from all the Profoms and from you guys only.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to have you on again for a follow-up interview soon, for sure. So it was really nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we will catch up soon for a follow-up interview.
Okay, thank you, Claudia.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.